Fallout from Matt Bevin's pardons continues. Senate President Robert Stivers has called on the U.S. Attorney's Office to investigate the controversial pardons by the former governor, calling them, quote, a travesty and perversion of justice. Meanwhile, two Democratic lawmakers have called on Attorney General-elect Daniel Cameron to appoint an independent special prosecutor to investigate Bevin's pardon of Patrick Brian Baker, whose relatives raised campaign money for him. Bevin responded to the news by telling the Louisville Courier-Journal that he would welcome a federal investigation and that he's convinced that some of the inmates he pardoned of crimes, including brutal murder and rape and child abuse, are innocent. The ex-governor also sent out a flurry of 20 tweets attacking what he called the highly offensive and entirely false reports that financial or political considerations played a part in his pardon decisions. Drew, and I find it really hard to believe that he knew Baker was innocent when the other two guys that were co-defendants with him are still in jail.
Yeah, and I thought Bevin was going to light the Christmas tree and hand the keys over to Andy and move on, and we'd start a new era here. But what a mess we have on our hands with him on his way out. I honestly can't even believe some of these and how many there were on his way out.
It's wild, and I get a lot. It's not the act of pardoning or commuting sentences, because everyone does that. It's just, my gosh, one was convicted of rape of a child last year.
Nobody should have the power to let that person just walk without it being challenged whatsoever.
Right, and there's juries and courts and judges and prosecutors. There's been evidence. Like, these people weren't put in jail willy-nilly. All right. Now on Hey Kentucky, in case you missed it, a review of recent headlines. Only days after he was forced out of office as our state's education commissioner, Wayne Lewis has a new job in Nashville. He's been named the inaugural dean of Belmont University School of Education. Meanwhile, we've learned that a former staffer in the Bevin administration was arrested for DUI on his last day in office, going out with a bang. Police say Jenny Ditto had twice the legal limit of alcohol in her blood when she was pulled over for driving the wrong way on US 127 in Anderson County. And after his administration was questioned for not having the POW/MIA flag on top of the state capitol, Governor Beshear has announced it will return and remain through his time in office. Up next on Hey Kentucky, Andy Barr has officially filed for re-election in 2020. I'll go one-on-one with the Lexington congressman to talk with him about the happenings of the world of politics. Stay with us.